Alright, good morning.
Alright, good morning.
There will be some echoing because I need to turn my volume down, which I just did. And I am not going to do the Twidget thing this morning. I'm just going to do what I'm doing. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, I'm going to tell you, I can't show you because it'll be all messed up, but I have 3 instances of OBS running. And you're probably wondering why 3? Well, the reason for 3 is simple. I use 2 when I do production. I may end up getting rid of 1 now that I got this one going. But what I wanted to show you is if I click on this, it gets mirrored. And I want to get rid of all of my scenes so that I can restart showing OBS the proper way. So I created a profile and I call it Profile Test Profile. So I'm going to go in here, I'm going to highlight my scene, I'm going to hit delete, I'm going to hit yes. I've already verified this so I know I'm not losing it off of my other profiles. So I'm good to go. And I was going to do this prep work a little bit before I got started, but I decided to do it now. That way you guys can get some kind of an idea of how this works. So that's my scene 2 that I'm using. And I'm not using, there's a browser. I'll get into all this. So if this all goes the way that it should, when I'm done here in a minute, the only thing that should be running is this one right here. And I'm temporarily going to shut that one off. And I know it's good because everything's jumbled. My 1 is my 3, my 3 is my 2, my 2 is my 3, my 1. It's just all messed up, but I've got it to where I can use it. So now we've got OBS up and running as if it was for the first time. So, depending on what you're going to use OBS for, you always have to have a scene, which is right here, and a source, which is right here. I don't mess around with the transitions. I will show you those, but I don't mess around with them. So I've already created a scene, and I called it my text banner. And it's just text, and it's right there. It says OBS 101. I changed it to the font that I like, and I changed it to the color that I like. Now you do that in properties. You click on your source and properties, and then you come in here and you can adjust these all that you want. Right here's your fonts. You can import fonts as well. This is your text. And then if I add in here by Ken Stout Live, and you come down here to the color, select the color just by hitting on that, and then you can make it any color you want. So if I wanted to really freak people out, I could go over here and make it this wonderful off orange a little bit, and it changes it. And then there's other things you can change, so I'm going to say that's okay for now. But you'll notice that, again, same thing as last night, I'm missing some of it. So you have to shrink it down, and then you have to shrink it down some more just to make it fit. And then it's a little too little, so I'm going to see if I can't bring this back out like this a little bit. And then I'm going to center it. That kind of looks centered to me. And then I'll click off to the side, and there you go. So now we have our text. And if you want it to scroll, which is kind of a cool feature, again, you click on your text, you go up here to filters, you click on the plus button, and then you go to scroll, and you hit scroll, and I never change the name, whatever the filter is, that's what it is. You hit OK, and then you can change the speed of how fast you want it to scroll, or what. You can put it back to 0. I think Control Z will do that. Yeah, Control Z will do that. Or if you want it to go up and down, which is kind of cool, again, the speed. I don't know that you can do both. Well, I guess you can if you really want to freak someone out. So I'm going to Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. And I do see I need to make a change. I'm going to scroll this left to right, or right to left. Positive numbers is right to left. Negative numbers is left to right. So let's be different this morning, and let's go, or this afternoon rather, let's go left to right. We're going to hit close, and there it is. Now I see there's an issue right here. It says Ken Stout Live, OBS 101 by Ken Stout Live, and there's no separation between this. So to fix that, you go back into properties, you go down to your text, and right here, I'm going to put one space. I'm going to hit the shift bar and hit the button with the left slant on it to put that in there, and I'm going to hit the space bar again, and it's real time. You'll notice up there while it was going by, it was real time. I don't know what Jeff retracted because I don't have Twidget running. If I had Twidget running, I could see what he retracted. But good morning, Robert. Good morning, Kenny. Good morning, Jeff. Or actually, good afternoon. It's 12:40. So there we go. Again, I'll click off that because I don't like that. Yeah, it looks all right. Let's get into the meat and the potatoes, as that saying goes, so to speak. And I'm trying to focus on what I'm doing here because I've got it finally set up to where hopefully it will not mirror. And if it does, I'm just going to scream an obscenity and end the stream, and that'll be it. Oh, I see something else I did wrong. So same thing on the back end. I need to fix that. So we'll go into properties. We'll go into the back end, which is right here. One space, shift, one space, and it should be okay. And I'm going to take out the first one, I think. Let's see if I like that. One of these have got to go. I've got to figure out which one. I think it's going to be this one here. So to take it out, you just get to it and you remove it. And I'm going to just go over it. I'm going to hit delete. It's gone. Yeah, that's better. I kind of like that a little bit better. I can live with that just for purposes of getting this done. Now, it's no big deal that this is hanging off. You can move it over here. It's not going to make any difference. You can put it over here. It's still going to scroll. But if you're OCD or ADHD or whatever you want to call it, it's like mine. It's pretty much got to be like that. So, depending on what you're going to use it for, you want to have your camera, which is mine, is right here. I don't know if I can add that or not, but it's real simple. Once you have your scene, all you do is add sources. So I've got my scene. I don't want to add any more scenes yet. I'm going to add a source by hitting the plus sign. And then you got all these choices. You have audio input, audio output, browser, color, display, game, image slideshow, which I've never attempted to use, the Lua clock, media source, a scene, the text, which is that one up there, VLC source I've never tried, video capture I've used, and window capture I've used. So let's grab a browser. And since this is new, I don't have anything to go with. I don't have anything to go down here and add existing, so we'll call this browser. I spelled that wrong, huh? Browser test. You hit OK. And you go find your browser. Now mine is currently set to nothing. So I'm going to come down here and click on this. And I'm going to go find the doggone browser. Well, you can't browse, oddly enough. So what you have to do is you literally have to go get the URL by copying the URL. And I can't show you that right now, unfortunately. And I apologize for that. I think it's this one. Yeah, I'm back to normal. And then you paste it in here, right here. Right click, paste, or Control V, paste, either word. Now if this works, and it did. Now that looks just horrible. That's just absolutely unacceptable, horrible. So how do we straighten this out? Well, we grab one of these 8 little blocks, we press the Alt key, and we adjust it accordingly. Grabbing these blocks sometimes can be a pain to do. Lately I've been having struggles with it. I closed out my monitoring for just a second. I wanted to see why this is so messed up. I'm going to see if I can't fix it. And again, this is not recorded. This is it. You're looking at what you see is what you get. Any mistakes I made, which obviously are going to be a lot, are not going to be edited out or taken care of or anything else. So I should be able, there we go. I should be able to grab this and put it right there, and I should be able to grab this one and press my Alt key and stretch it out. Now I'm not sure, in all seriousness, I'm not sure why this is like it is. Because on my other one, if I were to go over and use my other clocks, in fact, my other clocks look fine, I would be fine. Now if I minimize the clocks, of course it's going to work because I said it wouldn't. Usually when you minimize it, they go away. They should in some point in time go away. So let me figure this out real quick as to why this is all messed up, because it should not be that way. They should be, and again, you can size them however you want. If I get them the way that I want, I'm actually going to I've honestly never had this happen before. This is new. Kind of fun, but new. So I'm going to go in here to browser test. I'm going to go to properties. And it could be because I don't have my width and height set right. So I'm going to change the width to, I don't know, 500. See what happens. Oh, wrong way. So go back into properties. Go back into width. And we're going to make the width 900, I guess. I don't know. Helped a little bit. I don't know what I think the width is. Make it 1,000. Okay, getting better. Getting better. It's slowly but surely getting there. So I'm going to go back into properties one last time. I'm going to see what happens when I change that to local file. Oh, there we go. Now it's not showing up because it's minimized over here. So I literally have to go find it and bring it back, and now it should have came back because it's no longer minimized. It is actually running in the foreground. And let's go figure out why that's not working. Back into browser test, properties, and I'm going to see if I can't find this local file. No. Okay. Not make it a local file. Get rid of that if I can, if it'll let me. Back to this one. Hit OK. This is horrible. Let's see if I can make one more adjustment here, which I cannot, obviously. course, it's going to make me not let me do this. Bring this one in. Go back into it. And I'm going to make it 1200. Close enough. This is going to be good enough for now because I can straighten it out later. Yeah, I'll check my other settings. So now we set up our second thing. So if we don't want that and it looks like I don't want it, all you have to do is click on the eyebrow or the eyelid or the eye, whatever you want to call it, right here, and it goes away. Next thing I want to do is, let's say I want to put an image down here. I'm just going to call it image because I'm going to get rid of most of this. You go browse, you go to your images, and oh, you guys aren't supposed to see that. Let's go to pictures. We'll grab this image here, puts it up there by default, and then you can move it wherever you want. You can also make it as big as you want. You can make it as small as you want. Be careful if you make it to where I just had that dot. I got real lucky and recovered that. You can put it here, you can put it here, you can put it there. It's all up to your imagination how you want to set it up. So I'm going to put mine right there. Now, I can put a camera source in here. Plus sign, video capture device, right here. Click on that. I don't have one to choose from, so I'm going to default video capture device, call it OK. Now I'm going to go find me a camera. And because I think I can do this, I'm going to deactivate my 922, which is on the fish tank. I'm going to reactivate it, okay, and it's not going to work. So I'm going to unplug it from my hub. I have found sometimes this fixes that problem. And I'm going to replug it into the hub. I'm going to deactivate it again. I'm going to reactivate it, and there we go. So now I've got my camera. You kind of have to pretend this is me, like me, not my. Oh, you know what? I just noticed I still have the green screen. I don't like the green screen. Let me fix that real quick, and I'll show you how I did that here in a second. It's a filter. I wish I'd have caught that sooner. Now, it didn't work. Unless there's a delay. Hopefully there's a delay. I should not have the green screen behind me. That should have went away. Oh, you know what? I did. I put the filter on the wrong thing. That was my fault. Yes. Close. I put the filter on the window itself. We go back into filters, chroma key it out, and now it'll be good. I will now there. That's what I've been looking. Man, that's how rough it's going. So this is much better. Now I am in the foreground without the green screen, and I like that a whole lot better. And I think I will put me. Yeah, I'm just going to leave me right there. Now I don't like that black bar on the bottom, so you guys know the drill. You just there we go. Okay, so now we're gonna go back over here to this one, and we're gonna pretend my fish tank is your camera, which it is your camera, but it's not my picture. Obviously, I don't think I can bring my picture in. I'm gonna try, and again, you want to hit the Alt. You want to hit one of the tabs, press the Alt, and then you can adjust it. You can. I call it. Yeah, brain just decided not to work. Anyway, you're trimming it, you're editing it, you're getting it to the image, the precise image that you want, and I like that. So I'm gonna put that down there. I like that down there in that corner. Click off to the left, and we are good to go. So, as you guys know, when I stream, I bring zoom in, I can bring Zoom in, I think, but if anyone joins me on Zoom, then I'll lose the green screen effect, which is putting me in the foreground. Thank you, Dr. Rob. I really do appreciate that. And no, I'm not even at young Padawan status yet, as Obi-Wan Kenobi would say. I'm stumbling and fumbling. Stumbling and fumbling. I'm doing the old Keith Jackson. Oh, he's stumbling and fumbling. So let's go add I don't know what I want to add next. Let me see if I can seriously bring in my camera. I don't think I can. I don't think I can, but I'm going to try. We're going to see. Well, that's VLC source. I don't want that. Pay attention. So I want a video capture device. I want it to be it defaults it to video capture device 2 because I already have one. We're going to hit OK. We're going to go look for it. And we're going to look right here and see we do not have. Now you'll notice I have my 922, I have my 35mm, I have my iPhone, the webcam, the capture card, and I don't know what Logitech capture, I'm not sure what that is. So if I wanted to fire up my iPhone, I would click on this source right here, and because it's not running, you get this. But you'll get the general idea on, again, I'm going to beat this dead horse, grab a corner, minimize it, or edit it how you want, your size. This is good, and we're going to put it right there. So now, if I fire up my iPhone, and we all know when I say if I fire up my iPhone, that means I'm going to fire up my iPhone. And then you can see my iPhone is running. I'll turn it sideways and hopefully it'll be right side up. There's what I'm currently working on. There's one instance of OBS. You'll look right there is me. This is the one that I'm broadcasting from. It says streaming. And then over here I have where I can monitor chat. And as soon as I get my fourth monitor, it will be clocks, like is what's in the background now. Clocks. This will be Zoom and Twidget. This monitor, which is going to go in this space, will be OBS, and then my YouTube monitoring will be over here. So, for purposes of actually making this work the way it should, now we're going to pretend that this is a real camera instead of my phone. And why am I upside down? That's crazy. So let's turn it this way. It's supposed to, oh, I know why it's upside down. I think it has something to do with my settings, in that the settings is set to not change or locked or something. My phone, I'm the world's guinea pig, believe me. So we're done with that. Now, if you want to move it, you want to put it over here, you can. You want to put it up there, you can. You put it up there, you can. I'm going to leave it right there because for right now that looks okay. Now, it's really hard to look at two cameras at one time, so unless I really hold this right here, and that's going to be confusing. I'm just going to be upside down. You guys are just going to have to be happy with me being, or sideways. If you've done any kind of illicit drugs this morning, this could get really fun about now. Now, another thing that I like to do, and again, it's just me, is I like everything to kind of be balanced about the same. So I'm going to grab this here, and I'm going to bring it to about right there. Click off that, and then I'm going to move it up, bring it down here, and that's pretty doggone close. So I'm going to put it back, click off to the left, and that's there. Yeah, I can't handle me being sideways myself. So, and I have no idea what's going on because I brought the clocks back up, and I can test the clocks by clicking on there, and there are the clocks. So they look okay. They don't look as good as they do in the other one. And if you really want to have some fun, you go in here to your text, go to properties, scroll down to colors, select the color that you want. Let's go with this really off color right there's cool, and it changes your color, gives you some contrast, I guess, and you hit OK, you're good to go. So I'm going to turn off the browser again. It's kind of in my way. I'm going to bring up one more thing, and then you should have enough basics on setting it up to do what you want. And it's limited to your imagination. And my imagination is pretty much nothing but squares. You can do other things in DaVinci Resolve and bring it in, and I might do something on that maybe this afternoon. I'll record it if I do, and I'll upload it. Or maybe tomorrow, I don't know. Again, I am going to do a Windows 11, my first one and only Windows 11, and I hope to have it premiered by Sunday. I know I said yesterday or tomorrow, but so one more quick thing. We're going to do a display capture. I'm just going to call it display capture. Again, you should name it what you think that it is. Your green screen, your display, your DaVinci, your OBS, whatever. I'm just real simple. I'm going to call it display capture, and then I'm going to go. I've been finding the capture method of automatic really doesn't work too good, so I go to Windows 10 right here, click on that, and I get my display capture, which is currently set to my first display. So that's why it's mirroring. I tried a while ago to get this to not mirror, and I'm just not in the thinking mood and couldn't do it. So I'm going to go grab another display over here, and I'm going to grab my third display, which is my clocks. That runs constantly. So now I'm going to bring up YouTube to see if that's truly showing or not, because I don't know, and it is, so we're good. Hey, Matthew Barnes, good to see you. Dr. Rob again. Darren Gilholm, good to see you. Bloody hell. I know, huh? It's kind of scary. So now because I'm on my third monitor, it's showing YouTube and the chat. And if I minimize that, it'll go back to whatever's on that monitor. If I open up another tab, it'll show what's on that monitor. If I open up my email, it'll show my email. Whatever's being displayed on that monitor or that display, that's what it's going to show. Then the other thing you can do is instead of a window, you can, again, go to the plus sign. You can do, I'm sorry, instead of a display, you can do a window capture, and you can also do a game capture. I could actually do the zoom through a game capture. I just find it's easier to do it through the browser for me. So let's do a window capture, and boy, this will get fun. Call it window capture. And we go find a window. And I'm going to grab, I don't know, let's see what this one does. Yeah, mirror, so I don't want that one. Let's grab the Zoom meeting. Let's grab the Zoom. Okay, that'll work. It gives you an idea of what it is. So, and again, you can, I'm going to turn the display off. You can put it where you want. So, if I was playing a game using the window capture, I would probably put this about right in here. And I would then want to make it the proper, it's not going to let me do it. Of course not, because I'm trying to do it. But you get the idea. So now we're going to have some fun. Before I end this, I have no idea how long I've been going on. I can find out because I can bring back up my monitoring. Yeah, you're right, Matthew. You bring up a good point. Thank you very much. You can do folders. Yes, it's so much simpler. I'm just too lazy. I like having 1,000 things to choose from, so I can go, oh, gee, what am I trying to do now? But you're right, and maybe I will research that enough to where I feel confident enough where I can stumble through doing a live stream on that. You're right. It is cleaner and it is easier. You are very right on that. So if I want to see how long I've been streaming from, I go over here and it says I've been streaming for 29 minutes and 54 seconds. So I am going to wrap this up here in just a second. Now, you're probably scratching your head and wondering, why do I do this? This one I know how long I've been streaming for, and it says I have now excellent connection. This one I can see chat a little bit better, and in this case I can see what's going on. So let's have some fun. The text I like where it's at, so I'm not going to mess with it. But let's take this window capture and put it below the text. Oh, it didn't change. Huh, it should have changed. You have to think of this as it's on layers, and whatever's on top is going to be what's there. So let's go into right click on here, transform. We're going to make this fit the screen, and because it's a window it doesn't fit the whole screen. So let's turn that one off. Let's go to display capture, and it's already fitting the screen. This will be even better. So now everything below display capture is not being displayed. So I want to bring up my text. My text is important to me. I want people to know what I'm doing, so I'm gonna bring it above, and it'd be dang if it's not. There we go. But wait, that looks horrible because of the coloring. So go into properties, go down to your color, select the color you want. Let's just make it black. That should look all right. We'll hit OK, and there we go. And then if you want to bring up the image, the same thing, grab it, move it up, put it above display, and there it is right there. Or you can do it this way. So I'm going to grab the, whatever this is. I don't even know what that is. I'm going to turn it off actually. I don't want that. I'm going to grab the camera, and you can always see what it is because it highlights it. And I'm going to grab the, can I plus that up there or not? I don't remember. Oh no, the arrow keys right here. You can move it up, you can move it down. You can move it up, you can move it down. I'm going to hit the up button, and it automatically moves it up where you want it to be. Now I'm just really confused at my camera. Now I'm looking at my camera. I'm looking at camera 2, but I'm sideways. So if I turn this way, which I have no means of doing that because I'm just too lazy and I need to buy me a thing, which now I've got my first camera up there and my camera down here. My first camera is on zoom and it shows me being in the foreground. This camera right here, as our good buddy in California would say, peace homies, puts me right there. So I'm going to click off to the left. And again, I'll turn some things off. So I'm going to turn the camera off. I want to focus on this. I'm going to turn the text off. I'm going to focus on that. And I'm going to turn the image off, focus on that. So that's real basic. The last thing I want to cover is over here, and that is in settings. I'm going to go ahead and kill my camera on the phone. Oh look, my hair looks lovely. I should try out for the Addams Family. Da 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 da. I know you guys know that I'm not right, and I ain't. So now the camera's gone. It should just be me back here on the C170, which is putting me in front, which is cool. So we're going to go over here to settings and look at a couple things in settings. So we're going to click on settings, and hopefully it brings up the settings box, and it does. The one thing I focus on is you go to stream, and in order to stream on YouTube, you have to connect to YouTube. So I use the stream key, and of course mine is not showing on here because I have not set it up. I showed you briefly how to do that last night. So let's go look at that real quick. Like hopefully that will, no that won't, because I need to drag this over here, make it full screen. There we go. So right here, nah, I'm wrong. Stream settings. You get your stream key right here. Stream key. You can look at it. I'm not going to show you my stream key. You hit the copy button right here. And you go back into here. You hit Control V. Again, I'm not going to show it to you, but you can look at it by clicking show. And as long as the dots show up, it's going to go. So theoretically now, I could shut down my other 2 instances of OBS and start streaming from my 3rd profile or my test profile on OBS. If I hit apply, it stays. I don't necessarily ever think I'm going to stream, so I'm just going to get rid of it, and then I'm going to hit cancel because it's like it never happened. So we'll go back into settings, your general settings, your language, your theme. I have it automatically checked for updates on startup. I've not changed any of these at all. Your streaming, YouTube, your source, you can get other sources, Twitch, Facebook, Restream, Twitter, or click show all. I've never done that. I use YouTube. Server is the primary YouTube ingest server. Then the next one is output, and whatever it defaults to, because when you set OBS up, it will run a series of tests and it'll determine it for you. And in this case, it says 8750 kilobytes per second is what I need to be set at. Software is my, I believe is my, should be my, well, I'm going to change that and see what happens. And hit apply. Auto bitrate set automatically. Where you want your recordings to go to, if you want to do recordings, mine just goes to my videos. My audio, I never, yeah, I have audio. Video, the base rate, 1920 by 1080. The output needs to be the same, 1920 by 1080. Again, I never change it. It suggested 60 frames per second, so that's good to go. Hotkeys I don't use, but hotkeys are real easy. You just determine the key you want and hit the plus sign and it'll put it in there. I use the Stream Deck, and I might do a set stream on that one of these days. Advanced, first time I've ever really looked at advanced, and I'm done with that. So we're going to cancel that because I'm not going to change anything. So I appreciate Matthew Bonds pointing out to me folders. I'm sure Dr. Rob is screaming at the monitor, folders, folders, folders. I honestly don't know how to do folders. So let's do the Ken Stout thing here and start all this up and figure out a folder. Okay, so it looks to me like maybe you left click, drag up, and I'm going to grab these things, right click, and click on add, no, copy, no, rename, no, transfer, no, 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 no. Okay, so that's not it. I'll figure it out. I keep looking over to chat because I'm just all, like I said, I'm backwards. Right click. Okay, so I'm going to grab these 5 things. I'm going to right click, group selected. Okay, group selected items looks promising. A Doug Beth's reference, by the way. So this looks promising. Let's group this, and then it puts it in a group. Okay, I'm cool with that. So what this does is, with this caret arrow right here, when it's excuse me, when it's down, you can see everything that's in the group. So if you close it, you can't. Well, you should have been able. There, now it closes the group. If I open it, it shows me everything that's in the group. So excellent point. I mean, you can see there's a huge better, way better aesthetic look to 4 things as opposed to 7 things. And people that are way, way far more advanced on this than I am, they probably have the groups and the folders and everything else. And you can rename the group, I'm sure, by right-clicking on it and putting rename. And we'll call this, I don't know, group test 1. I'm going to delete all this anyway. I won't delete the 3rd instance of OBS. In fact, I'm going to rename it, the profile, into something other than test. I'm going to wrap it up. I thank you. This is for Sean more than anybody, and for my own. I really felt bad last night because that was just terrible. Yeah, it was horrible. I really thought I could do a better job, and hopefully I did. I want to give shout outs to Kenny Winton, Dr. Rob, RM, Matthew Barnes, Tony Wallow, and anyone else I might have missed, and I apologize because without Twidget running, I can't go back. Jeff Ryman, thank you so much. I will see you gentlemen tonight around 10:30, 10:45. Mrs. K works at 2 to 10. Get home, get this set up, and hopefully we'll be back to some normalcy as far as the streaming goes. Please leave your suggestions, comments. I don't do this often, but I am going to do it now. If you like what you see, hit the like button because I guess that helps people find me. And I do have some really exciting news to announce later tonight about the channel, and I was just blown away. So thank you. I've got to go figure out how to shut this off. How do I shut this off? Well, if my name was Doug Betts, I'd come over here. 41 minutes, 19 seconds. Cool. Thank you so much. Excellent connection. I'm going. All you do to end the stream is hit this button right here called End Stream. At the same time, I'll press the Stream Deck button called End Stream. It'll kill OBS, and we're good to go. So I'll see you tonight. Thank you for watching. Everybody have a great evening. Poor Dougie. Yeah. Actually, that's a compliment. Isn't it? Backhanded, maybe? I don't know. Bye, guys. Thanks for watching.